My beloved child, listen not with fear, but with your spirit. For what you are about to hear is not meant to shake you into panic, but to stir you into purpose. You are on the edge of losing the house you live in. The very walls that once felt like safety are shifting beneath your feet. And though that may sound like heartbreak, it is actually heaven's hand moving with intention. Not by accident, but by design. Because lately you've been sensing something strange. Moments of silence that feel loud. Emotions rising from nowhere. Dreams that seem too vivid to ignore. A weight in your chest that no doctor can explain. And tears that fall without warning. This is not madness. It's not mere sadness. It's your spirit awakening. The divine speaking through every ache and every stir in your soul. Because behind closed doors, conversations have unfolded in hushed tones. Names mentioned, papers moved, decisions made in secret while smiles disguised the betrayal. And the bitter truth is that someone you trusted unlocked the gates, allowing this disturbance to enter your life masked as safety but wrapped in hidden intent. And now the place you rest your head no longer feels steady. Though nothing has been said, the air itself is heavy with unspoken shifts, and the very walls have become witnesses to your quiet suffering. They've heard every whispered prayer, every muffled cry, every moment you've questioned your own instincts. But child, heaven has been watching too, and the angels have written every word, every tear into the eternal record. And now the heavens are no longer silent because a spiritual shift has begun. This is not the end. This is the unraveling of deception and the rise of divine redirection. For God is not punishing you. He is rescuing you from a place that cannot hold your purpose anymore. This house was never meant to be forever, only a stop on the way to something greater, and you've grown too used to its comfort, mistaking it for calling. But the roots here are rotting, trust betrayed, intentions disguised, and now the foundation is crumbling beneath a home that looks whole from the outside. Someone close to you. Yes, the one you loved, the one you defended, has been planning your removal, not with violence, but with quiet manipulation, hoping you'll step away willingly. But heaven will not allow what was built on deception to stand unchallenged. And now God is pulling you out, not to destroy, but to save, not to punish, but to bless. And even though it hurts, even though the loss stings, this is your elevation, your exit from bondage disguised as stability. And child, listen, the pain you feel is not proof that you're losing. It is the contraction before rebirth, the shaking before the opening. And while they smile to your face, they have scheduled your departure. But God has stepped in. He knows every secret move, every forged signature, every agreement made behind your back. And He's not turning a blind eye. He's turning over the tables because your prayers have power and your presence has been the glue holding this place together. But you are not meant to be the martyr for a house that was never spiritually yours. And though you tried to patch the holes, to keep the peace, to make it work, the truth is this: you were never meant to shrink inside this place, to silence your voice, to carry burdens that were never yours. And now the time has come for release, for revelation, for realignment with your higher purpose. The laughter faded, the energy shifted, and though you tell yourself you're overthinking it, you know deep down the peace is gone because it was never meant to stay. God is relocating you, not to leave you homeless, but to make you whole. And the house you're leaving isn't just a building. It's a symbol of an old identity, an outdated chapter, a shell of who you used to be. And the space that once felt like refuge now feels like a cage lined with memories. And even though starting over is frightening, staying would be fatal to your spirit's growth, and you feel the pull, the unrest, the desire for something more. And heaven confirms that this moment is not a mistake. It's a door opening and the Spirit whispering, "Move." And soon there will be confessions, regrets, late apologies. But the damage will already be done and the path already made, because you prayed for change. And now change is here. Not the way you imagined, but the way it had to come. And as painful as it is, what's crumbling beneath you is making room for something divine, something holy, something firm and free. And even though it feels like loss, it's actually rescue. Because God has seen enough, heard enough, waited long enough. And now He's saying, let it go. Because you've clung to this place, this identity, this version of life for too long. And if you stay, your light will dim, your voice will grow quiet, your heart will begin to harden. But there's a new home already prepared, a space soaked in peace, free of manipulation, full of light. And God is already aligning the people, the resources, the opportunities that will meet you on the other side. And even though you don't know what comes next, you don't need to, because the one leading you knows every detail, and He has never left you. Not when you cried in silence, not when you masked the pain with strength, not when your heart whispered, "I can't take much more." And He hears you now, and He's moving in ways beyond logic, beyond your understanding, because He is not limited by human plans. He used ravens, parted seas, multiplied bread, and He will do it again for you. And as you read these words, your spirit already knows the truth. You are not being abandoned. You are being realigned. And the things that once gave you comfort are now the very things holding you back. So release the keys, pack your soul, and let go. Because God is not asking you to fall. He is asking you to fly. And this is not the end. It's the unveiling, the emergence, the sacred transformation you didn't know you prayed for, but your soul has always needed. And though the walls may still stand, their blessing has been lifted, and heaven cannot dwell where you are no longer honored. So step forward, even if your legs shake, even if your eyes fill with tears, because what waits for you is not just another house. It's freedom, it's clarity, it's the life you were always meant to live. And this message is not for another time. It's for now, and you are not reading it by chance. This is divine confirmation. This is God whispering your name. This is the moment the past begins to loosen its grip and the future starts to call. And yes, it will hurt. Yes, it will be hard. But my beloved child, the glory ahead will be worth it all. Let go and step into what has already been prepared for you. Let your heart stay open, my child, because what I'm about to do in your life will not only answer prayers, but surpass even your deepest hopes. The shift you're feeling is not a breakdown. It's a breakthrough dressed in unfamiliar form. And though you may still feel the sting of endings, trust that they are only gates into beginnings. You are not being stripped, you are being refined. Every tear has watered the soil of your future, and now the seeds are ready to bloom. Do not cling to the rubble of what once was, for what is crumbling now cannot carry the weight of who you are becoming. And what I build in its place will be grounded in truth, wrapped in light, and anointed with peace. Do not fear the silence of those who once cheered, for your next chapter will not require their applause, only your obedience. The ache in your chest is not just pain, it's your spirit expanding, preparing for joy so deep it will shake the foundations of everything you thought you knew about love, about safety, about divine provision. Even now I am whispering instructions into your soul. Even now I am aligning people who will walk beside you without pretense, who will speak your name in rooms with honor, not envy. The people who once tried to control the narrative of your life are losing access, not because of revenge, but because of elevation. You are not rising to prove anyone wrong. You are rising because it is your appointed time, your sacred unfolding. You will look back and see that every disappointment was divine redirection, that every rejection was protection, that every detour was design. I waste nothing, not your time, not your pain, not even your confusion. I am setting fire to every false comfort and gently pressing you into clarity, into purpose, into joy that doesn't depend on circumstance but springs up from your soul like living water. You will no longer have to carry the weight of pretending. You will no longer feel like a stranger in your own life. What I am preparing cannot be rushed, cannot be reasoned with. It can only be received by faith. The space I am bringing you into will not require you to shrink, to bend, to apologize for the very essence I placed within you. The doors are opening now, some quietly, some with a holy thunder, but all of them are aligned with your divine assignment. You are not moving alone. The wind at your back is not random. It's my spirit making a way where there seemed to be none. Don't be surprised when favor finds you in unexpected places, when peace wraps around you like a cloak, even before the full picture is revealed. This is what grace feels like when it breaks through the noise. Quiet but undeniable. Soft but unshakable. Trust the rhythm of my voice more than the chaos around you. And know this: what you build next will not be shaken because I am the architect, the cornerstone, the covering. So walk forward, even trembling, even unsure, because forward is the only direction that leads to your promise. Don't mourn too long what had to break.